Good morning. My name is Christopher Nikoloff, Headmaster at TASIS, and I would like to welcome you to the 2020 TASIS Virtual Commencement Ceremony. I'd also like to offer my congratulations to our extraordinary class of 2020 on the tremendous achievement of your graduation. This achievement is not diminished by the fact that we cannot celebrate together at this time. In fact, the way that you have handled the challenges of the last few months is a demonstration of the TASIS values we hold so dear and makes this graduation all the more meaningful. You have shown resilience, courage, commitment to scholarship, all values Mary Chris Fleming, our founder, hoped to foster in graduates of TASIS. No matter where you are around the world, the TASIS community is together in spirit, and I look forward to the time when we can celebrate this milestone in person. So once again, congratulations to the class of 2020 on this very special graduation, and I hope that you enjoy the 2020 TASIS Virtual Graduation Ceremony.
I'm going to read a prayer of gratitude that has a tradition going back 100 years. This prayer was first read by Lynn Fleming Eschliman's grandmother at her family school in Swarthmore, Pennsylvania, the Mary Lyon School. TASIS founder Mary Chris Fleming continued the tradition, reading the prayer at every TASIS graduation she presided over since the school's founding in 1956. In recent years, the prayer has been read by Mrs. Eschliman, and today I read it on her behalf. Our Father, as we come to the parting, we humbly give Thee thanks for the days of our gathering. We thank Thee for the real work accomplished, for the friendships made, for inspiration for future work, and we beseech Thee to set Thy seal upon what we have done and make it strong and beautiful. We thank Thee for the quickening of old friendships, for new and fruitful contacts, and for the broadened understanding of our common work. We pray Thee for fresh devotion to the great aims and possibilities of our lives, for unfeigned love for our fellow workers, and for a deep longing to save and ennoble those whose lives we touch. Make us worthy to bear Thy message. And now, as we turn our faces forward toward the toil and care, the trials and temptations of our work, we feel the need of Thee, Thou great companion of our souls. Be Thou the strength of our weakness, the wisdom of our foolishness, the triumph of our failures, the changeless unity of our changing days. Knowing the brevity of our years, help us to work resolutely while it is day. Shine upon us, Thou Sun of our life, even in the valley of the shadow, and make the strong faith never die in our hearts. We make our petition to the Almighty and most merciful God, Creator and Sustainer of the physical and moral universe, whose love and justice know no bounds and extend to all nations and races. Amen.
Quando bionda aurora il matin cintura, l'alma mia t'adora, Re del ciel. Quando l'alpe già roseggia, a pregaria Lord in favor del Padre suon, in favor del Padre suon, cittadino Dio lo vuol, cittadino Dio, sì Dio lo vuol. Over the
Art is a language through which every artist hopes to find a voice. And for over 60 years, art at TASIS has been the means by which countless students have been able to give expression to this idea. I've taught this year's recipient for many years and have had the privilege of watching her grow and flourish as a young artist. In the art studio, she's been a consistently gentle and graceful presence, displaying an extraordinary capacity for patience unequalled by her peers. Calm, unassuming, and sincere, her artwork quietly resists the character stereotype of the young art student, the artist who is impetuous or provocative. What you do find is an accomplished student whose artwork is typified by a curiosity for the world around her. She engages with it honestly, yet quietly, and ideas are developed with unwavering perseverance and great care. It therefore comes as no surprise to learn that she's obtained a place to study fashion next September, where her traits will undoubtedly mark her out and ensure success in the highly competitive world of art and design she's decided to enter. It gives me great pleasure, therefore, to present this year's Award for Excellence in Art to Sude Adam Olaru.
The Bertha Seifert Award for Excellence in Music is presented annually to a student who consistently demonstrates a love for and dedication to the practice and performance of music. The award recognises commitment to the student's own artistic development and also service to the school's community events. This year's recipient of the Bertha Seifert Award for Excellence in Music is a student who has demonstrated excellent and versatile musical skills, dedication, commitment, and drive. This student arrived at the school as a brand new boarding student in 8th grade, having already studied music for several years. For the past 4 years, he has been a consistent and devoted member of the high school instrumental ensemble class, performing both as a class member during the academic year and also as an orchestral musician, rising to the challenge of playing with a visiting professional orchestra for both the Christmas service and Spring Arts Festival events every year. Over the past 2 years, this student has persisted in continuing to develop his talent through studying challenging solo repertoire, and he has aspired to be featured as a soloist with the Spring Arts Festival Orchestra this year. This student is a compassionate, generous and joyful young man who, whilst contributing tirelessly to many school events, has always remained kind, thoughtful, good-humoured and helpful to those around him. For his talent, dedication, generosity of spirit and passion for music, it is our pleasure to give the 2020 Bertha Seifert Award for Excellence in Music to David Wang. The Kay Hamlin Excellence in Theatre Award is presented annually to a student who consistently demonstrates a love for and dedication to the art of theatre. This student knows that individual success is possible only through teamwork, and that respect, collaboration, diligence, and joy in the art and craft of theatre are the cornerstones of successful productions. For her love of the stage, her commitment to the theatre and its community, and her self-motivated growth in all areas of the dramatic arts, this year's Kay Hamlin Award for Excellence in Theatre goes to Laura Kokora.
The English as an Additional Language Award is given this year in recognition of an IB English B student who has shown an unwavering determination not only to succeed, but to excel. The maturity of her approach to her studies, combined with the thoughtful way in which she presents her ideas, has contributed to her many accomplishments over the course of these past 2 years of English studies. For her outstanding qualities as a scholar, her eagerness to cultivate a solid command of the English language, and her diligence and dedication to excellence, we are pleased to present the Graduation Award in English as an Additional Language to Xingling Liu.
The award for excellence in modern languages recognizes the achievement of a student who has undertaken a study in at least 2 of the 5 languages offered at TASIS. This year's recipient of the Modern Language Award goes to a student who has excelled in both the IB Italian and Spanish B higher level programs. Among many other things, learning a language requires curiosity. At the higher level, language isn't just about learning grammar or small talk. It requires thoughtfulness and consideration as the student begins to grasp the nuances of communicating well. This student's Italian teacher said, "Over the years, this student proved to be a keen and curious person who always participated in class. The student was prepared, was enthusiastic with opinions, and has grown into a mature young adult." The student's Spanish teacher wrote, "This student's friendliness and constant activity is infectious. In class, the student is a joy to teach, and the student's resilience is a particularly strong trait. From the most boring grammar exercises to revisions to reading, this student handles classwork with determination, finding the time to always finish homework and come to class each day with a positive attitude. Together with a cheerful, humble character and commitment to studies, this student has proven to be an exceptional language student. I am honored to present the 2020 Award for Excellence in Modern Languages to Giulia De Cristofaro."
This student's quiet exterior hides an impressive mind. Unassuming and humble, this student's intellect pierces like a beam of light right to the heart of the text, illuminating truths hidden beneath the surface and coaxing them into the light with sensitivity and insight. This student's IB written assignment, tracing the recurrence and significance of the word hallelujah in Mikhail Bulgakov's The Master and Margarita, gave her teacher actual chills of pleasure, because it was clearly the work of an original, perceptive, and highly attuned mind. Similarly, this student's interactive oral on the poetry of Emily Dickinson's was presented like a university professor's lecture on the poet's legacy and themes. Time and again, this student has demonstrated a literary understanding far beyond her age and experience. Her teacher has remarked that this student's presence in the classroom was often like having another teacher there delivering unique, nuanced, and engaging interpretations of the text. Sensitive, perceptive, intuitive, mature. These are only some of the words that come to mind when describing the student. For her exceptional understanding and joyful celebration of the literary arts, the TASIS English Department is proud to honor Nancy Hassan-Belli with the 2020 Cynthia Wisnett Award for Excellence in English.
This year's recipient of the Excellence in History Award is a talented and conscientious student of history. She has shown this repeatedly in her 2 years of IB history. In particular, her historical investigation for internal assessment, a thoughtful and reflective study of Italian immigration to the U.S. in the years around 1900, displayed her ability to see more than one side of large historical questions. What caused the immigration? Who benefited? How? And why? How many returned to Italy and why? She proved able to analyze and answer such questions with well-chosen evidence and to a high standard. Her teacher was especially impressed by how she used personal knowledge about her ancestral region of Italy, which sent many immigrants to America, both impartially and sensitively. Few professional historians are consistently both talented and conscientious. Most are one more than the other. However, the recipient's performance in class and on written assignments throughout her IB history course has shown that she is both, and she has well earned this recognition. The History Department is proud to give this year's Award of Excellence in History to Maria Mastronardi.
The Department of Mathematics takes great pleasure in recognizing work that is characterized by curiosity, industriousness, and professionalism applied to the study and practice of mathematics. When that work is graced with uncommon cleverness and creativity, the usual reward of excellent grades is insufficient, and recognition such as this is required. This year's recipient rather exceptionally vaulted over honors pre-calculus to land in IB higher level mathematics, and from the beginning of that course demonstrated the energy and muscular problem-solving ability with which very few students are gifted. This year, our recipient creatively applied the study of calculus at TASIS to a new field by learning independently elements of the Fourier analysis of periodic functions and applying that subject to the study of the sound waves emanating from his alarm clock, proving again that even the most arcane mathematical knowledge can find application in our daily lives. The Department of Mathematics is pleased to announce that the winner of the Shah Akbar Khan Award for Excellence in Mathematics is Omar Rahal.
There have been many changes this year, but the one thing that hasn't changed was the difficulty in choosing who would receive the Science Award. Again, we couldn't choose one and had to choose two. Both have excelled in their enthusiasm and dedication to their studies. They have the ability to make connections between topics and indeed between subjects, and this gave them the edge in being able to analyze and solve difficult problems. They have chosen different exam systems, but both at the highest level. One has taken all 3 AP Science courses, physics, chemistry, and biology, and the other has taken 2 higher level IB courses, chemistry and biology. The workload and ability to do this is enormous. They both were always eager to talk about experiments and the latest developments in science. Indeed, their enthusiasm rubbed off on others, and they also helped to explain difficult concepts to other students. Their pursuit of knowledge and understanding and the ability to work independently and collaboratively will set them up for their future studies in business and medicine. I am sure that they will be an asset to their universities and will succeed at the highest level. It is with great pleasure that I present the Science Award for 2020 to Irie Barnes and Omar Rahal. Congratulations.
In order to prepare the citation for this year's salutatorian award, I reached out to this student's teacher's advisor, and the first comment I received is from one of her teachers who feels she is absolutely the best. Her advisor shares, as a full IB diploma student, she never lost her focus and drive, and even with all that determination, she was so very pleasant to be around, and understood that a balance in her life needed to be maintained in order for her to do her best on her academics. That really is what sets her apart in my mind from a lot of our other students, and is probably a factor why she was able to reach the salutatorian level. It was also shared that this student was so impressive and that she always maintained the highest level of interest and enthusiasm for her studies, and always pushed herself to engage in the most difficult topics she could find. Another teacher feels that there is no ceiling for this student. It took one written test in my IB class to read in her words a passion for learning, to see the clarity in her thought processes, and to feel the intensity of her disciplined desire to master the foundations of economic thinking. Every day, literally every day, she came to class, smile on her face, device-free, ready to work. She asked the best questions, and on a few occasions that she asked stumpers, I invited her to research an answer to those questions so we could both learn. On each occasion, she would email me about an hour after class with an answer to her own question, bringing closure to an excellent query. However, not only was she a confident individual, participant in discussions, demonstrating through the subtle contributions and in-depth understanding, but on the occasions when we worked in groups, she was the kind, cool, collected, and collegial anchor that would help make sure that the information her group delivered was spot on. Humble, brilliant, and hardworking, she is deserving of this honor and for those that await her at the next level. the recipient of this year's salutatorian award is Nancy Hassenbelli. This year's recipient has been a force here at TASIS since she first began focusing her efforts on becoming the class of 2020 valedictorian. This mission was launched back in 2012 when she entered TASIS as a grade 5 student. Her advisor and teachers were united in their praise of what she has been able to accomplish during her time at TASIS. One teacher reports, "She always surprised me by the connection she would draw between various aspects of a government she was not extremely familiar with. While she often needed jokes to be explained to her, she demonstrated the ability to grasp the mechanics behind the U.S. government was attainable and helped to motivate others in the class." Other comments include, "She has a powerful presence. She is confident and enjoys learning new things. She is clearly an outstanding student and is caring. She is eloquent when speaking and can debate a point with anyone without flinching. She keeps her humor at the front and looks for details, and she also has a vulnerable side and shows concern for her peers. Her commitment to academic excellence is quite unparalleled. I remain, as always, impressed with her ability to manage challenging, advanced courses in math, science, business, and economics. She is smart and studious and works hard for all that she has accomplished. It's clear that her steadfast determination is the driving force behind her stellar academic achievements. And finally, she has perhaps the fiercest competitive drive I've seen of any student in my 15 years of teaching. She shouldn't lose this drive in the increasingly challenging global climate in which we find ourselves. Her crystal clear, goal-oriented focus, her desire to be the best, and her willingness to outwork anyone to earn what she achieves helps ensure that she will be a success at the next stage and an excellent representative of the kind of rock star academic talent that TASIS is able to produce. Her example should shine as a lesson to her peers that if you want to be the best at something, work as hard as she does, and you might just get there. The valedictorian for TASIS class of 2020 is Giulia Meregalli.
The Headmaster's Award is given to the senior who, through exceptional scholarship and character, sets an inspiring example for the entire TASIS community. This student's advisor writes, "She's a dream to have as an advisee. She never hesitates to stop and chat or say hello, and even when I know she is tired, I see her smile. As a member of our group, she is quiet, but when conversations are on topics she feels strongly about, her voice is heard and respected by her peers." The Residential Life team shares that she has been a wonderful, kind, and supportive proctor. Her calm nature has helped countless students. Her bright, friendly disposition helps create and nourish a welcoming environment, and the girls feel comfortable approaching her with any issues that they have. They feel strongly that she is an exemplary role model for other girls in the dorm. She inspires with her commitment to the community, her dedication to academics, her passion for athletics, and all that she does. She sets exceedingly high expectations for herself. She has to be one of the busiest students on campus, and she does it all with exceptional determination and grace. In the classroom, she is a leader who has taken 8 AP courses in addition to IB English Language and Composition, and she has earned a near-perfect 4-year GPA. She is a wonderful dancer who is an integral part of the Sweet November Dance Company, an outstanding proctor who has been a 4-year boarding student, and an exceptional multi-sport athlete who recently earned the TASIS Female Athlete of the Year award. I could not imagine anyone more deserving of the Headmaster's Award than Irie Barnes. This prestigious annual award is sponsored by the European Council of International Schools, which specifies that the recipient must be a good representative of his or her own country, with a positive attitude towards the life and culture of others, able to converse in at least 2 languages, a contributing force in the life of the school, with the ability to bring differing people together into a sense of community, thus furthering the cause of international understanding. This student is an ideal recipient of this award because while he is aware of other cultures and around campus, he is also refreshingly blind to them. He can seamlessly interact with anyone. His sensitivity and love for others is easily recognizable, which allows him to be approachable without fear of judgment or ridicule. He is a gregarious student who is incredibly friendly towards his fellow students and all members of the faculty and staff. There is a sincere curiosity and care about him. Without provocation, he routinely seeks out others to either simply say hello or to inquire about how they are doing. He strengthens the cohesiveness of the student body through his outgoing actions and ceaseless optimism. He was a stalwart member of Model UN, the only 4-year participant. At the conference at The Hague, his exuberance and enthusiasm were infectious for not only the other TASIS students, but for the entire conference at large, and he was the recipient of a number of superlatives given out by his congregation. As a repeat traveler to Mongolia for our global service program, he was a student whom teachers dream about having on a service trip. He was the type of student who was first to volunteer and first to initiate conversations with the people of Mongolia. He was also an excellent teacher and shined in that realm. The authenticity of his character was routinely revealed through his interactions with the kids and genuine interest in their culture. It is my great pleasure to announce that the recipient of the ECIS Award for International Understanding is Moritz Mohr. This award recognizes students for whom the school community comes before self. In the past, this award has acknowledged students who contributed to the school community and to the school life beyond the call of duty. Faculty members are asked to be especially mindful of students who may be giving of themselves in quiet, unobtrusive ways. This student, quite simply, epitomizes the ideal of servant leadership. On a daily basis, week by week, month by month, and year by year at TASIS, he has quietly, respectfully, and positively inspired the whole community to live our best lives. He was genuine, open, and empathetic. He builds community through his interest in and respect for the lives and interests of those around him. He strives for, encourages, and celebrates success for his companions as much as for himself. His respect for others is such a fundamental part of his being that it appears effortless, but he uses this quality to great effect. He is a role model to us all. By extending an open palm of engagement to the world, he inspires and empowers us all to be better versions of ourselves. His servant leadership has been evident as a proctor, during his service trip to Moldova, in the classroom, on the sports field, and as he gallantly holds gates and doors open for anyone he meets in passing. There can be no better ambassador for the school, or indeed for the youth of today, than this young man. I am pleased to announce that the recipient of the Jan Opsel Service Award is Giovanni Volpi. This award recognizes the student or students who have shown initiative, creativity, and disinterested involvement in making our school a better place to study and to live in. Student council, committee, or student activity work may qualify a student. The award generally has been given to a student recognized as a leader in the furthering of TASIS goals and ideals by both the students and the faculty. Hardworking, optimistic, and often smiling, this is a student who stands out as a positive member of our community. There are certainly many facets to her. Academically, she works very hard and deals with the daily challenges of the rigorous IB program. As a polyglot and with a fascination for languages, she epitomizes and helps promote the international values we hold at TASIS. Socially, she has a range of close friends who speak of a very kind, attentive, and caring person. In the classroom and in the dorm, although modest, she always expresses herself sincerely and from a position that clearly considers and values decency and honesty as paramount. This is also translated into the sports arena, where she is recognized by her peers as not only a highly competitive team player and captain, but as someone who strives for fair play in all situations. Outside the classroom, in the dorm, and beyond the school gates, she gives freely of her time in the service of others. This modest but dynamic student is also a head proctor and typifies and models the very best of TASIS. Collectively, these traits will both mark her progress and serve her well as she moves on into college and as a citizen of the world. It is with great pleasure that I announce that the recipient of this year's Michael Uchelsteiner's Leadership Award is Giulia de Cristoforo. The highest recognition accorded by the TASIS faculty, this award is given to the senior who, by his or her actions, academic and otherwise, best embodies or pursues the ideals, aspirations, and goals of the school. In many ways, the award combines the stipulations of the Service and Leadership Awards with an expectation of academic excellence. This student is a gentleman in all senses of the word and contradicts the perception that a leader needs to be overly confident and selfish. As a tremendously self-motivated student, he represents so many qualities beyond academics in which he already excels and clearly loves. As a proctor and as an IB student, he is an example of modesty, and in the dorm, he always spends more time listening than talking while consistently acting unselfishly. In his advisor group, he is quick to give other people credit, while with his teachers, he seeks advice and goes to great lengths to compliment and praise those around him. This student is the definition of humility, showing modesty and acting in unpretentious ways. Some might say this is old-fashioned, but it is an important virtue that is sorely needed in an increasingly inwardly focused world. This student's aim is to follow medicine and to help people by becoming a physician. His humility and integrity, along with his tendency to put others before himself, make this a fit calling for him, as do the many ways he embodies both the ideals and hopes of TASIS. It is my great pleasure to announce that this year's recipient of the H. Miller Christ Award is Omar Rahal.
Good afternoon, members of the faculty, proud parents, and above all, graduates. On behalf of the senior class of 2020, I welcome and thank you all. To my supportive family and friends who have made my high school experience incredible and memorable, thank you. To the teachers, especially Ms. Crockett, who have given and devoted each accessible moment of their time to help us students improve and succeed, thank you. I would first off like to say I'm grateful to every single person that has helped me receive the extraordinary honor of delivering the valedictorian address for the class of 2020. Delivering a commencement address is just a responsibility, or so I thought until I remembered who will be listening to the speech. I'm delivering a speech today to an audience that has gone through similar struggles, experiences, and opportunities as I have throughout the 4 years of high school. Classmates have turned into friendships that will last forever, their parents have turned into family, and their teachers have turned into lifetime members. This is not an ordinary speech to an ordinary audience. These are my friends and family, all whom I have to impress. So this is not just a responsibility, it is honor. About 6 months ago, I remember saying to my friends how lucky we are as a class to say that we would graduate in the year 2020. About 6 months ago, I was sitting in my room, stressed and extremely nervous just at the thought of knowing that I'd have to sit the IB exams in May. About 6 months ago, I saw my friends and teachers every single day, and let me tell you that I took that for granted. About 6 months ago, never ever would I have thought that the senior class would be where we are today, kilometers away from each other. 2020 has really been a year for the books. I mean, in January, the Australian bushfires nearly destroyed the south coast of the country. The world almost got to experience World War III, and the first coronavirus death was recorded. everything that I have just mentioned happened in the month of January. And now you are sitting behind a screen, listening to this pre-recorded speech on the day of what should have been one of the most memorable moments of our lives. Yeah, the situation is not ideal, and it isn't remotely close to what we all wanted or expected. But the fact that you are sitting here listening to this video should be a moment that we all cherish together. Because even though we are kilometers away from each other, we are all present here in this moment as a student body and as friends. Today, I want to share something very important that I have grown to learn throughout my 9 years at TASIS. A lot of you may know that I am very competitive and always strive to be the best version of myself. I do not like to make mistakes because I am a perfectionist. When in 10th grade I had to choose my IB classes, I did not know what I wanted to study in university. But what I did know was that I wanted to choose the hardest courses as I thought that meant excellence and success. So naturally, I chose higher level math as one of them. However, 3 months into taking the course, I regretted my decision. I understood that excelling in classes requires true passion in addition to just commitment and studying. I was making mistakes and not getting the grades that I was used to, so I pushed and pushed myself to improve, so much that at one point I was exhausted and unhappy. I did not enjoy my other classes as I prioritized math above subjects I enjoyed learning. I was at that point that I understood that taking the hardest and most challenging class did not promise nor mean that I was set for excellence. Mistakes are not necessarily an indication of failure, but rather a motivation that advises you to change. Mistakes should be acknowledged, understood, and embraced. This was a focal revelation that I will carry with me throughout life. So I dropped higher level math, and I focused on what I truly was passionate about. Even then I made mistakes that I now view as a reflection of what I should change or help me to improve and better myself. Now, I'm not here to tell you that mistakes are fun. They surely evoke negative emotions, so why do I talk about the advantages of mistakes? Simply because mistakes bring change. We should embrace and understand mistakes in order to learn and improve. Especially in this moment of global uncertainty, with this commencement address, I want to motivate all of you, including myself, to seize all opportunities that are presented to us, and if none are presented, then to go and create them. Not all opportunities will be great, not all will prove to be successful, but as long as we learn from our mistakes, we will be able to improve and prompt change. So, today, I wish you all nothing but new beginnings. I wish for you to turn your dreams into goals. Congratulations to the class of 2020. We made it.
I have the honor to present to you, on behalf of the faculty of the American School in Switzerland, the class of 2020. They have fulfilled the requirements of the prescribed academic program. Nicole Abrate. Francis Limond Asilian. Sude Ademagolari. Alexia Ia Imboma Agnini Bile. Faisal Mohammed Fawaz Albishri. Melissa Altus. Federico Filippo Angela. Filippo Antonello. Alessandra Appiani. Alexander Enrique Avila Asapche. Daisy Michelle Bachhoven. Irie Barnes. Giovanna Beckenkamp Furlong. John Besson. Alyssa Valentina Bottoli. Dennis Bruce. Nicholas Brinkman. Amela Buzi. Maria Luisa Kaplan. Giorgio Cardani. Megan Chen. Anna Caroline Collingwood. Sophia Danilova. Filippo D. Cristoforo. Giulia D. Cristoforo. Marco D. Cristoforo. Khan Ibrahim Dogan. Jacopo Dominici. Tim Joseph Hines Eric Dreyer. Maxine Eremiev. Fiona Spencer Erskine. Faye Asaris. Fabiana Febres. John Ferhatoglu. Miguel Fernandez. Georgia Elizabeth Ferrari. Natalie Flemmer. Shufei Fu. Enrique Augusto da Costa Gazineo. Sole Heisinger Giesen. Melina Anna Giovannis. Peril Nur Hadat. Zoe Ria Hamera. Emily Hansen. Adela Hassanbelli. Nancy Hassanbelli. Josh Jonathan Hassan. Ella Catherine Hauptmann. Patrick Herrock. Marcel Ibrahim. Mislav Ilyas. Iris Kaimak. Caitlin Lily Kasmer. Isabella Kesselman. Laura Kokara. Jennifer Lynn Kramer. Edward Lee. Guanlin Lee. Yan Lee. Pauline Isabel Libertella. Jin Yi Lin. Jingling Lu. Tancredi Alfredo Lomonico. Julian Johannes Anton Luskut. Trinity Mack. Maria Mastronardi. Aletra McConnell. Ryan Meng. Giulia Meregalli. Kais Mezgani. Anastasia Mikhailova. Yosuke Mitsusi. Moritz Jacob Moore. Kazumasa Nakanishi. Maria Nashivina. Paulina Nietzsche. Gayan Oganezian. Hannah Lee Victoria Osgood. Ekaterina Panasenko. Yanis Pavel. Irina Popova. Adaraj Pruthi. Hajira Qureshi. Omar Basim Rahal. Dion Rechika. Emily Adams Richardson. Madeline Ellen Ringelstein. Pablo Enrique Rivera Dominguez. Cecilia Romanini Toledo Neto. Sky Antonia Rose Rourke. Ava Rumanseva. Anna Savinova. Philip Savrasov. Alara Tully Sashilmas. Huize Song. Anna Paula Sordo Garcia. Zawadia Tolliver, Enzo Pizzato Tondo, Lucia Elisa Virginia Ugolati, Eva Vardagnan, Anna Weber, Giovanni Richard Volpe, Daria Voyush, Ziyu Wang, Kaiksen Wang, Annabelle Martha Worrell, Artyom Yakushenko, Theodore Hossein Zahidi, Goning Zhang.
Hey guys, congratulations! I can't believe we made it. I just want to say a couple of quick thank yous. First to TASIS. Over the past couple of years, TASIS has become my second home and has presented me with so many unique opportunities, experiences, memories that'll last a lifetime, and most importantly, my closest friends that I now consider my second family. I also want to thank all of my wonderful teachers for all of their time, effort, and involvement throughout my academic career. And lastly, I want to thank my family for not only supporting me throughout all of my years of schooling, but for supporting me throughout my entire life journey thus far. I am so proud of our graduating class of 2020, and I cannot wait to see what we do with the rest of our lives. Congratulations!
Hey, what's up everyone? It's your boy Enzo here speaking. And yeah, I mean, we did it guys. We're finally graduating. After 12 years, no more high school for us. And it is kind of weird that we're doing this over video, but I still wanted to thank all of you guys, you know, teachers, dorm parents, students, my friends, staff, everyone. You guys are simply amazing, and it has been truly an amazing experience for all of us. So yeah, props to us guys. And I don't know what the next couple of years have in store for us, but I know it's gonna be beautiful, and I wish you guys all the best for the future.
My journey at TASIS started 4 years ago when I didn't really know what to expect from a boarding school. Everyone was so kind and helpful, and they made my experience unforgettable. Each year I formed new friendships with people from all around the world, and slowly these people turned into my extended family members far away from home. I wish we could spend our last few months together, create more memories, and celebrate our graduation. Unfortunately, due to the coronavirus pandemic, we can't have a traditional graduation. But we are also a part of a unique graduating class, the class of 2020. I couldn't say goodbye to many of you before I left, since we all thought we'd meet again before going to college. I just wish everyone a safe, healthy, happy, and successful life, and I hope to see you again one day. Goodbye.
Dear class of 2020, I want to thank everybody for these 4 years I've had at high school. I know that 4 years go by real quick, and that we all have to part our own ways to go to college now. But the memories and experiences I made wouldn't have been done without you. From going to class every day, to an after-school sport, or going on an academic travel or service learning trip, the memories and experiences have been terrific. I will miss you all, and I wish you guys an awesome year.
Dear class of 2020, this year proved that we can never know what life is going to throw at us, but what we can know is that we can leave a mark. We came together one by one, from all over the world, forming cross-cultural connections, and now we are destined to be part of the graduating class of 2020. Frankly, the TASIS experience, as trivial or grand for each one of us, has shaped the way we live our lives. I think we all get a few chances in life, and TASIS was one. And even if you think it wasn't, my message to you today is to live it like it is. Why? Because the world might reject us for many things. So I urge you to never doubt yourself or untrust yourself about what you believe in. Learn to love with an open mind. Dream so big that you feel uncomfortable telling others. And most importantly, do what lights up your fire and ambition to make you feel alive. Do what makes you feel you. Let our legacy resonate with the drive and freedom of our hearts and our souls. Congratulations to the TASIS class of 2020.
Congratulations, class of 2020. I'm wishing you all the best as you navigate the next chapter of your journey. Take all that you have learned at TASIS to go forth and do a great job, both professionally and personally. Stay strong and safe. I love you, my TASIS family.
Hi everyone, it's Pablo. I just want to congratulate everyone. We just graduated. I want to thank all of you, not only the students, but also the teachers and the staff for being there for us. I know it's sad that we can't be together to celebrate, but it is what it is. However, I just want to wish all of you the best of the lucks, and I know we'll be together at some point to celebrate. Bye.
Hello dear class of 2020, my name is Daria Boros, and I would like to congratulate all of you on reaching the finish line of such a long path in your life at school. TASIS gave me a lot of unforgettable experience and many friends. I would like to thank the whole TASIS community for making every second in the school memorable. Especially, I would like to thank my advisor, Ms. Charlotte Zenecke, for her extreme support, and all of my IB teachers who put a lot of effort in me and in the development of my personality. Also, I would like to thank Mr. Schiff for giving each TASIS student a great opportunity to travel to any part of the world and to see all its beauty. I hope that we will keep those memories and will continue making the world better. I wish everyone to reach their goals, and remember that any decision you make is always the best one.
Hello everyone. I know this is not ideal, but here goes. We have been in school for roughly 13 years of our lives. We have learned so much, and now that that's over, we are ready to start our own journey. Today marks a new chapter. I feel like there's never someone to tell us that we're ready for this, but I know we are. Do you know how I know that? It's because with all these experiences and memories we've had throughout our school years, makes us crave new experiences even more. I believe our generation is different. We will make a change in the world like never before, and it is up to us and all the decisions we make as a generation that guides the future generations. It's all here, and I know we are finally ready for this. What's going to happen is we're going to go off in our own direction and make a whole bunch of new memories like the ones we've already had. It's simply a new chapter. But guess what? The class of 2020 doesn't deserve what happened to us. But now that we've dealt with this, I believe we can deal with anything. And that's what makes us the class of 2020. Thank you.
Happy graduation to all. Hello here, it's Francis. Just giving a quick message. There are only 3 things I want to say that'll take up your time. The 3 things are, number 1, dream big. The sky shouldn't be the limit when you have the whole universe to you. Dream big. Think about what it is that you want and go after it. 2, have the courage to go after your dream. Now, after having the courage to go after your dream, this being that whatever it is, resolve that no matter what, you're going to pursue it. And 3, don't be afraid to fail. Failing is a part of life, and we're told too many times that if we fail, we're less than, we're, not even worth the time. But failing, falling forward can teach you a lot. Alright, those are the 3 things. Thank you.
My TASIS family. We are all unfortunately in our homes, watching our long-awaited graduation ceremony online. In TASIS, one of the most remarkable things that I have learned is pushing your own limits, even in the case where you have lost your faith and passion. I've never forgotten that I have a named path to follow, which will bring challenges and difficulties to my life. The best part of pushing my own limits in TASIS was not being alone in this pathway. I had a chance of meeting people who I can cordially call them as my brothers and sisters. We are moving on to a new chapter in our lives. We've been through good and bad together, and hopefully our connection will continue forever. I look forward to seeing my classmates having a wise and bright future. With my whole heart, I wish we could have a better farewell memory, but all I can do for now is being thankful for what you all have contributed to my life. And to remind you that every new day waiting for us will be a new chance to become our best selves. Stay safe and healthy. Congratulations to the class of 2020.
Dear class of 2020, I want to congratulate you all for finishing your final year of high school. TASIS was an important chapter in our life that we will always reminisce. When we look back, we will remember our great teachers, staff, advisory groups, and even events such as the International Week and the Spring Art Festival. However, we can still have moments like those through the TAS Alumni program, so please keep in touch and come to the TAS Alumni events. I wish you all the best and good luck with all of your future endeavors.
Dear graduating class of 2020, we did it! Though in a very unusual way, to say the least. Never in a million years would I have thought that I would be delivering my thanks and my gratitudes to this wonderful community through a video cam. But hey, the circumstances are obvious and we have to accept it. Though not ideal. I hope that we do get a real graduation ceremony as soon as possible, where each and every one of us will be together in the same room, happy and healthy. Please stay safe, and thank you, TASIS, for giving me this wonderful opportunity, let's say, of building new friendships across the globe through my 3 years being here. Thank you, TASIS, and thank you, each and every one of you. I'm proud of you.
Hey class of 2020! It's been a pleasure to be a student here at TASIS. I've been here for 3 years.
And I've been here for 12.
My favorite thing has been meeting so many new people from around the world and making new connections that I'm going to keep forever.
And my favorite thing was experiencing the whole TASIS journey with the same people that I've known since grade 1 and that I'm now graduating with today. We're so sad that we can't celebrate our graduation all together, but we all know that we're all going to keep in contact with our close friends and no matter what's going on in the world.
I'm definitely going to miss the long weekends and traveling with my friends, as well as just sitting out in the sun during my free periods.
I'm gonna miss the feeling of just walking onto campus every morning and volleyball season as well.
Thank you to those people who we have made the craziest memories with, and thank you to those teachers who have helped us along the way. We all wish you the best in your futures, and see you at reunions. Congrats, guys! We're done!
Hey everybody, it's Kais here, and I just want to say that this is it. I mean, we've worked so hard all these past few years, and we've had some really memorable experiences at TASIS, created some great friends and great relationships with a bunch of people, all our teachers, our mentors, and with their help, we've reached our graduation, and it's really remarkable. And I just want to congratulate everyone and wish everyone a great future ahead, and that we never lose contact. Good luck.
Hello, my name is Soleil Heisinger-Giesen. It is a universal truth that everything ends. We are facing an existential crisis, the coronavirus, making this ending not how we wished. Despite our hardships though, we are all in this together. Humankind is a mystical body in which we are all intertwined. Being in such a supportive and family-oriented environment such as TASIS, the bonds we have created will undoubtedly never be broken. As we take our next steps into the world, we must keep our head held high and remember that hard work is the best work, teamwork makes the dream work, and friendships are the joy of life. I will cherish all the memories we have created, wish you all the best, and am excited to remain connected with you all. Thank you.
and you know wherever I am, I'll come running, 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 to see you again, to see you again. Winter, spring, summer, or fall, all you need to do is call and be there. I won't hurt you, desert you, or leave you. I'll be there. Ain't it good to know you got a friend? I'll be there. I'll never desert you. I'll be there. As you ain't good to know you got a friend. I'll never desert you. I'll never desert you. I'll be You've got a friend.
Hey everyone, my name is Hannah and I've been at TASIS my whole life. 13 years ago, a group of 4-year-olds with their parents in hand all arrived at TASIS for their very first day of kindergarten. And now, here we are, all grown up and graduating. So first off, I want to congratulate all of you for reaching this milestone. This is certainly not how we expected our last few months as seniors to go, but our graduating class will definitely be remembered. More than the beautiful buildings, the classes, or ski week, what makes TASIS so special is first and foremost the people. I would like to thank all of the great teachers I've had throughout the years, the staff, and most importantly, the lifelong friends I've made and my parents for making this experience possible. TASIS gave me so many opportunities that I will cherish forever, like going to Ethiopia and Kenya on service trips or traveling across Europe on academic travel. We are now moving on to the next chapters of our lives, but I know that whether you have been here for 1 year or for more than a decade, we will all look back at our times here and treasure our TASIS experience. For now though, all I want to say is, congratulations class of 2020, we did it!
Hello, my name is Moritz Jacob Moore and this is my 13th year at TASIS. During my time here, I have met and been taught by a number of teachers whom I want to thank highly for being by my side for all these years. Nyman and Shelley Brooks, Charlotte Zenekia, Hermione Fadlon, Janet De Picciotto, Patrick Alava, Brett Merritt, Jackie Campenni, Martin Dukes, Stephanie Roth, Caroline Rosenberger, and I definitely can't forget my dear friends Matthew Fede and Brody Fredrickson. I want to express my deepest gratitude to TASIS for everything they have done for me and all the amazing lifelong friendships I've made. And finally, I want to say cheers and congratulations to the class of 2020. We did it.
Dear TASIS class of 2020, what a fantastic number, 2020. For so long we have looked forward to it. You as the class of 2020, and for me as the year of my retirement. I was asked to say a few words because just like you graduates, I will begin a new chapter of my life now that I have completed my years at TASIS. I joined TASIS in 1986, and whether you have been here for just 1 year or since elementary school, we have all collected many wonderful memories. I remember the spring semester of 2016 when I met with the 30 of you who were in the 8th grade to explain and outline your 4-year high school academic plan. I remember how eager some of you were, wanting to enroll in 9 courses, more than the class periods we have. For some others, the first question was, how many free periods am I going to have? It's amazing how these 4 years have gone by, and I ask myself, where did they go? It seems only yesterday you were in middle school. But time passed differently for all of us this spring. You are not only the class of 2020, but also the class of the COVID-19. You were challenged in so many ways. You had to leave the school with just 3 days' notice. You had to sacrifice the great traditions and activities you so looked forward to. The prom, the senior banquet, senior week, and many other celebrations. You are the class that has learned to live with uncertainty, not knowing when you will be able to return to campus and say a proper goodbye to your best friends and your teachers. To quote Mrs. Fleming's 2003 yearbook message, I sincerely hope that your educational TASIS will enable you to cope with changes that are forced on you, and also to help you initiate change for the better in your own life and the lives of others. You have already proven that you can cope with the changes forced on you, and I know you will initiate change for the better as you go out in the world. Live your life to the fullest. Don't waste your time. Best wishes.
Congratulations, TASIS class of 2020. Well done for having completed the last year of your TASIS education. And for some of you, that's been quite a long haul, having joined the elementary school many, many years ago. I now know that what it feels like to be leaving TASIS, as I too am leaving TASIS this year. I'm sure that many of you are somewhat anxious about what lies ahead of you. However, I'd like to assure you from many, many years of experience watching TASIS students graduate and see what they've done afterwards, that you've been extremely well prepared by the TASIS education for what lies ahead. So you can relax on that count. I hope that you, like me, will consider yourself fortunate to have spent some time in this community on the Clean Door. I also hope that you'll look back fondly on the time that you've spent here, that you will keep in contact with the people that you've met, and that you'll remember that you'll always be welcome back here at TASIS. Today is about you. It's your graduation. It is also about your families, and it's also about TASIS as a community. It gives me great pleasure, therefore, to see 6 students graduate who are the children of 7 students who I taught in the 80s and 90s at TASIS. So to the children of Alessandro, Andrea, Francesca and Giulia, Nuri, Ansu and Kurt, a special congratulations. I wish you success in your future endeavours, and I hope that your TASIS education will allow you to take on the challenge of making the world a better place, and that's quite the challenge. So take care, and always remember that TASIS is your family.